What's up, guys? Welcome back to your favorite place to be, where hopefully you're going to be learning not to let people waste your time. See, guys, I have a goal on what I'm doing. All right, like I have a goal with this channel. I have a goal with my real estate business. I have a goal with my other business that I'm doing in the meantime. I have a goal in mind. So a lot of times, guys, when you have a goal in mind and you're pressing towards that goal, you'll have different things that come and interfere with you ultimately reaching your goal. Some people, they write about this in things like the Bible, like the trials and the tribulations and stuff, and it's kind of true in the real world because, like today, in one of many days where I'm talking to multiple people, I don't want. I want to make sure that I don't stoop to their level. Meaning, I don't want to be. I don't want to ever make anybody feel as if they're inferior or make them feel uncomfortable or any type of way, or make them feel like I definitely don't want to be the guy. I definitely don't want the confrontation. I definitely am not the type person to want to be the guy to make somebody feel less of or inferior or not adequate enough or not, even if these people know less than me, my goal is not to tell them, and it's the same with you guys on the channel. My goal is not to let people here on the channel that I know more than they do. And a lot of times that's not even the case. A lot of times I'm getting feedback from people on the channel that, I learned from you, you guys learned from me, but my goal is never to make anybody feel, less of or inferior or some type of uncomfortable way by being mean to them or things like this. But a lot of times, guys, and I have tough skin. I'm able to navigate this type stuff pretty easily. And today was obviously a day that it was just like another day. I had to endure this stuff by talking to these fucking people that are assholes, trying to tell me that they know everything about my job, yet I'm in a position to call and offer services. So it's really wild to think that people would literally, in the goal of their conversation, my goal is to actually reach out and create an honest living and a to build trust around something to actually help somebody reach their goal, their real estate goals. And their goal, when they get me on, when they take my call and they answer my call, and obviously I'm putting myself out there just like here on the channel, their goal is to try to make me feel inferior or as if I don't have any experience or I don't have any knowledge of what it is that I'm talking about. And I don't let people do this to you guys. If you guys are confident in what, now if you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, or you're not, you're pretending to be a lawyer and you're not a lawyer, or you're pretending to hold licenses and stuff, and you're lying about it, that's a different story. If people catch you and do that kind of lie and stuff, you're kind of you kind of walked into it even more openly. But being in the business of putting myself out there, offering real estate services, and offer the ability to help somebody in a foreclosure or a probate or a trust or a 1031 exchange or a fucking a foreclosure, or like I said, short sale or something like this. When they're in a bad position, right? I'm looking at data on my end because I have the ability to access certain data that somebody without a real estate license doesn't have access to get. I can see when they took out a mortgage. I can see when they, I can kind of formulate a strategy into my head of what type of position these people are in. And it's not a for sure, I don't know exactly for sure, but for instance, if I see somebody that I'm talking to on the phone that just bought their house, they're trying to like pretend as if they're not in a bad, a financial situation, yet I'm seeing that they just refinanced their house and now they're not making payments on it and it's under pre foreclosure. Like, and then they're still trying to argue with me about they know everything that I don't know about their house. That's somebody that is trying to make you feel less of. They're trying to make you feel inferior. They're trying to make you feel like you know nothing. But in reality, all you're trying to do is simply help these people. Similar to what we do here on the channel, we're actually trying to help people here, and it's weird because a lot of people, their goal is to make you feel that you're some kind of fucking idiot. So this happened today, obviously, with a couple people. It happens every day. I would not say every day, but damn near every day, where somebody will, on the channel reach out or something, or like. They won't do it in any type of way to try to open up dialogue. They want to do it in a way where they're, this guy earlier was telling me, he started telling me about, blaming me for certain situations he's in. And I'm thinking in my head, I'm sitting here listening to this guy, and I'm somehow becoming the point of blame for his bad weekend or bad day or something like that. So, obviously, like I said, I have thick skin, so I'm able to endure it just to see how far people will actually go with it, which only shows their true stupidity a lot of times. But obviously, too, my point is it's obvious. If you have a goal, you're working towards something, expect there to be problems. Expect there to be people that come in between you and what it is that you're trying to do. If you're expecting for these type things to happen, like we got trolls on the channel that that I've just blocked because they just want to get their comment out there to try to think that they're like making somebody feel bad, like a certain type of way, or making somebody feel inferior. Which is never my goal. I don't try to make people feel like that, because why would I want to make somebody feel like they're just fucking less of or anything like this. So it happens a lot of times in real estate, and these people aren't really that as smart as they're claiming to be a lot of times, because these people that I talk to, they're when I see a fucking small down payment on a house, and I see them try to literally sell their house like 2-3 years later, and the type mind they're in, thinking that they're going to get this certain number for their house, and you try to like these people are in a certain type situation, and yet they're trying to prove to you that they know everything about how it's going to work out, how they have this precious item that they're going to get all this money for. And you're thinking in your head, like, all I'm trying to do is get this person to come back down here to earth, where I fucking live in the real world, and their whole goal is to try to like make you feel bad. So I say fuck people like that, man. If they're trying to make you feel bad, and I don't care who these people are, if somebody's trying to make you feel like an inferior, like you're doing something wrong, when you're genuinely trying to actually build an honest business and actually help people, you have to say fuck these people, and you just have to move through it, right? You have to move through it. So obviously this is kind of the business I'm in, guys. Obviously with real estate and the service industry and serving the public. It's something that I take on, but I also I'm also kind of like trying to tell people here on the channel, like, if you guys are out in your daily lives and there's some fucking, somebody that's trying to make you feel a certain type of way, thinking they're getting one up over on you, then like you just have to just say fuck you, man. And you might not you don't want to say that out loud, because then you stoop to their level. Then it's just it's then you guys are competing over a conversation that's based on stupidity. So you just disengage from these conversations, and you just move on to the next person, right? There's tons of people that I can reach out to. There's tons of people, the last person I reached out to was awesome. Totally different demeanor. Yeah, you can call me back. Yeah, you can. Yeah, we'll talk. Yeah. There's two types of people, guys. There's assholes, and then people that actually are genuinely good. So stay away from the assholes, guys, and drop it in the comments, and don't be an asshole. Remember, don't be an asshole. Don't be that house.